Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. For purposes of this assignment regarding the fundamentalist versus modernist controversy, I've decided to look at the Baptist denomination and how they handled the issue. I'll be looking specifically in the early 1920s from coverage from the New York Times of how education and missions became a focal point of contention for the fundamentalist versus modernist debate. Now, the three articles I've chosen are from the New York Times, and the first article covers a convention meeting held in Seattle where Reverend Hinson raises forth the question of why are missionaries who claim to be sent out from Baptist denominations going out to the fields and proclaiming Jesus' name if they don't follow key tenets of the Baptist denomination. If they do not follow the key tenets, they need to be recalled, is what he's proposing. Another issue that is being raised in this short article is the appointment of Dr. Harry Fosdick, who is known to be a modernist, over Dr. Rifkin, who retired. And a point that is being raised here is why is Fosdick's appointment not raising any questions or any concerns from his predecessor? So these are two issues that are being raised in this article that I think are very important. The second article from the New York Times covers a meeting of the Northern Baptist Convention as well, and this is a little bit more specific. Now, they also cover the question of missionaries being sent out to the mission fields who don't adhere to the Baptist denomination's key tenets. However, another area that they cover in regards to education and missions kind of segues between the two of them, and this talks about the Northern Baptist Convention's key seminaries having a relationship with the American Baptist Foreign Mission Society solely for the purposes of financial gain because schools needed money to function. And if the American Baptist Foreign Mission Society provided the money, they're more than happy to align with them. However, this raises an issue because when you start digging deeper and you start looking at some of the key tenets of the Baptist faith that these seminaries should be following, purportedly the writer of this article claims that is not happening. So that is problematic of itself. So he's pointing out that the key leaders of these seminaries, i.e., the presidents, the department chairs, and also some of the more senior faculty, were not following them. And this is problematic because they're teaching and guiding the next generation of seminarians who are the next generations of pastors and other leaders in the church. If they're setting them up with incorrect doctrine or completely misleading them, that is problematic in and of itself. So that's an issue that they're raising as well. And the writer of this article concludes that there need to be more men of God who are conservative in the faith serving in such positions and not so much modernists who he kind of alludes to in a rather negative way when you're reading through the article. The last article that I chose was an actual specific case study. It's kind of a short article, but it talks about one of these faculty members who was a teacher, Dr. Day, who in a lecture actually speaks out kind of briefly, but still pointedly against Noah's Ark and against Jonah being swallowed by a whale, claiming that they're essentially parables and that they couldn't have possibly happened. And he tries to explain his rationale. Of course, this is very controversial, and it leads to him getting terminated slash walking away from this position. And he claims that he's going to be going to Stanford or University of Indiana to teach. So 3 articles covering the centrality of missions, education, in terms of the seminaries and also the colleges where these young ministers are being trained, where the fight of fundamentalism versus modernism are being played out. I think this is still a very contentious issue today, not just in the Baptist denomination, but in various denominations across the Christian faith, where this is playing out as well. Ladies and gentlemen, let me know what you think. Looking forward to hearing from you. Thank you.